Okay, Tov. We're continuing in the Halachot of Pidyon Haben, and the Kohen that you should choose ideally should be a Talmid Chacham. We want the best for our child, and so first ideally Talmid Chacham. Now, because also what you want is to make sure that the Kohen is an actual Kohen, and the assumption is that if the person is a Talmid Chacham, he probably looked into his own lineage and he feels that, if I'm acting as a Kohen, I'm really not just relying on my parents, but I know that there's no mess ups in the family earlier or whatever, so you could be more. It's more reliable. But of course, any Kohen is kosher, but also he's got to be shomer Shabbat kashrut for the Kohen that you choose. Certainly not a Kohen that's violating the laws of Kohen. Let's say he's married to a grusha, he's married to a divorcee who's not allowed. Certainly, that type of Kohen is not allowed to do the Pidyon Haben. A Kohen that's single, even though he's single, is still allowed, but provided that, of course, that he's bar mitzvah. Katan cannot be the Kohen that you use for Pidyon Haben. Ideally, the Pidyon Haben should be done with a minyan, but technically it could be done just with you and the Kohen. We even said a case, so if you're traveling and you don't even have the baby with you, but you say to the Kohen, here's the money, I'm podeh, and you do the brachot, etc., then it works. Now the bracha is Asher Kiddeshanu Mitzvah Tzivanu Al Pidyon Haben, and the Shechayanu is read as well. Right after the Shechayanu, then just like all the mitzvot, this is the brachot first, and then we do the mitzvah. Right after the brachot, that's when you give the coins to the Kohen. Following that is the bracha of Borei Pri HaGefen, and then Besamim. And then there's a bracha that the Geonim constructed for Pidyon Haben, where because it wasn't at the time of the Amoraim, we don't say that bracha with Hashem's name. Some people don't say it at all, but it's a good thing to say. And we don't say it with Hashem's name though. But I'll explain the bracha to you. It's a little bit of a long one, just because it's such a beautiful bracha. So the blessing starts, blessed are you, Hashem, that you made holy the baby in the womb of its mother. At 40 days old, you've given it limbs, 248 limbs. And you blew inside of it a holy neshama. And man started becoming alive. And you wrapped it with flesh and with skin and with bones and with sinews. You've put around it, and you've given it food and drink, even in a place where it's not natural to have food and drink. Because if we be with no air, right? And you've given it 2 malachim to guard it in the mother's stomach. And he brings psukim, kidichtiv, chaim v'chesed. And the father is saying, this is my firstborn. And the mother is saying, this is my firstborn that opened my womb. And that Hashem opened my womb with. And I'm giving these 5 slaim of 5 coins that I've obligated myself to give to the Kohen as a pidyon, as a redemption, as the pasuk says in the Torah, and I'm fulfilling the mitzvah of the Torah. And just like I was zocher to this bechor and this mitzvah, so too this child should be zocher Torah mitzvot chuppah masim tovim. Baruch mekadesh bechorei amo Yisrael befidyonan. And blessed you Hashem, you should make holy the firstborns of all of Bnei Israel. I read it in English. It's a beautiful bracha, but again, because it's not from the time of the Gemara, it's from the time of the Geonim, so we don't say it with Baruch Ata Hashem, which is a Baruch Asher Kidesh, or Baruch, and the last part, Baruch Mekudash Bechorei Amo Yisrael. So that's that for today's halachot. I'm sorry there's no shiur right after, I got to run. But mincha today is early, 4:30. 4:30 today. I think we're still going to get a few weeks earlier, and then it's going to start getting back up. So 4:30 mincha, we will see you then, B'ezrat Hashem. Tan D'Viliyahu.